Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to have a candid conversation about my experience with raising chickens. It hasn't all been sunshine and rainbows, and I faced some tough lessons along the way. I hope that by sharing my journey, we can all learn a little bit more about caring for our feathered friends. So, grab a cozy spot and maybe a cup of tea, and let's reflect on the valuable lessons learned from the challenges of chicken keeping. Before we dive into my personal insights, I want to make it clear that I'm no chicken expert. I'm just a passionate enthusiast sharing my experiences and lessons learned in the coop. Today my attention was drawn to Raven, my sweet mystic Moran, who seemed a bit off. Upon picking her up, I noticed her empty crop was a bit squishy, and my mind instantly went to sauerkraut. To tackle it, I reached for Monistat, known for its effectiveness against fungal infections. But here's the bigger question. Why is she experiencing this? It's not the typical ballooning crop, and my concern is leaning towards Merrick's and what is known as crop stasis. Merrick's is a devastating disease with no cure, and sadly my flock has been affected. The reality is we're now dealing with a 1 in 50% death rate, and it's heart-wrenching to know that there's nothing I can do. Before we continue, I need to share a little backstory from this past spring. We started with 6 chicks from a local hatchery, and unfortunately 2 of them didn't make it. After taking them to our farm vet, we received some unexpected news about a potential health issue, Merrick's disease. The vet shared that they've been seeing an alarming number of pullets from that hatchery exhibiting signs of this disease. About a month later, tragedy struck again, and we lost our sweet Olive, the olive egger. It was heartbreaking, and though I didn't capture it on film, we knew that it was time for answers. I reached out to Michigan State University, and I drove Olive out to Lansing, and what we discovered during the necropsy left me shocked. In a nutshell, I unintentionally fed Olive and several other chickens to death. It's a hard truth to face, but the love for treats, especially sunflower seeds, took a toll on their health. I had the chance to speak with the pathologist who performed the necropsy on Olive, and what I learned was eye-opening. Little did I know, chickens can't process the fat as we do, and it's shockingly common in backyard flocks. Olive's liver had enlarged to the point where it ultimately fractured, leading to her sudden passing. In addition to Olive's liver, we also found out that Olive had Merrick's, providing a crucial piece of information for the flock's overall health. Olive's passing was swift, but unfortunately, at least 4 out of the 7 other hens faced a slow and miserable decline until we had to make the difficult decision to cull them or they passed away on their own. If you're a backyard chicken owner, you probably understand the depth of our connection to these wonderful creatures. We adore our girls and even the occasional roux, and when something goes wrong, it hits us right in the heart. I know the feeling of spending countless hours researching, desperately trying to find a cure or solution for our beloved feathery babies. Keeping a close eye on our chickens and their surroundings is so important for picking up on early indicators. Personally, I use a poop board to catch their droppings, and every day it's cleaned and inspected for signs of blood and parasites. Prevention is absolute key when it comes to the well-being of our flock. Chickens, being masters at hiding injuries and illnesses, make it essential to be vigilant for any changes in their behavior. Meet Henrietta the Buff Orpington and our resident mother hen. She's quite the charmer, isn't she? Notice her adorable begging for sunflower seeds and mealworms? It's incredibly cute, but here's the catch. It can be deadly, and they have no clue. As entertaining as their snack time antics are, it's so important for me to play the role of responsible snack police. If I don't monitor what they get, I might find myself facing another case of a sick chicken. I'll admit there was a time I'd throw them a whole scoop of sunflower seeds every night. Ignorance played a role because at that point I had no idea that seeds could be detrimental if I gave them too many. Don't get me wrong, sunflower seeds are fantastic for chickens. They're packed with essential vitamins, minerals, and high-quality protein. However, what I didn't realize was their incredibly high fat content. It's one of the hardest lessons I've learned because I feel like I killed my chickens by loving them. Adjusting their feeding routine has been a game changer for both my chickens and me. Instead of filling both feeders to the brim every day, I now provide a carefully measured amount for my 18 chickens. This adjustment not only minimizes scattering and waste, but also has transformed their eating habits. With smaller portions, they have become more efficient eaters, and, interestingly, they now spend more time out in the yard foraging. It's a win-win, promoting a more natural and balanced way of nourishing my flock. There was a time when opening up my chicken coop in the morning, it filled me with dread. Losing 13 beautiful birds in just 3 years took a toll on my heart. The constant battle with health issues, including the discovery of Merrick's in Olive during the necropsy, it felt like an insurmountable challenge. I even reached a point where I contemplated giving up on keeping chickens altogether. It's been a tough journey, but it's heartening to see positive changes emerging from the hardships that we've faced. I've been keeping a very close eye on Raven, giving her monostat twice a day and also colloidal silver. I know just saying that is going to be controversial, but it's my flock and it's what I choose to use. Merrick's is a death sentence, and no amount of veterinary help or medicine will cure it. Understand that you're not alone in the challenges of chicken ownership. If you're part of chicken groups on social media, you've probably seen thousands of posts, and many of them can be quite alarming. While owning chickens is a wonderful experience, it does come with its share of heartbreak. It's crucial to remember that you've cared for them and you've showered them with love. Sickness and injuries are inevitable, and despite our best efforts, we cannot save them from everything. My name is Kristen, and I'm thrilled that you've joined me today. If you've enjoyed this content, consider subscribing for more future videos. And always remember, stay curious, stay inspired, and grow something beautiful. Until next time.